good time zone, and a happy birthday to all of those around the world. Feel like fingers crossed that nothing will happen, but I have a strange feeling that we might have some technical difficulties. Just a feeling. But maybe not. Maybe it'll be fine. We did most of pretty much everything just exploring the map yesterday, so we're gonna definitely push through and the quest line. We're still missing some things, but fine. Why is it asking me to log in? It did this yesterday. Very strange. Sometimes they'll remember me for months on end, and sometimes it forgets me within days of each other. Not sure what the rules are. Well, bam. Did some more farming, of course, working up on upgrading Herta, and I also then spent time back in the Divergent universe. Because the game started telling me the current event for that is going to end soon, although I'm not sure when. And so you better finish it or to claim all the prizes or they're going to go away forever. I'm like, well, I guess I need to do that. So I got one of the prizes, the phone wallpaper. There's also, I think, a profile picture that is at level 50, and I got to level 40. So I'll probably get the rest today after stream or something. Yeah, we got a new phone wallpaper with, I guess that's Ron May's little avatar. The current missions for it though are all based around follow-up attacks, which I don't use, so I ignore them, and I can win just fine. I'm actually have no problem winning it, but it just feels bad to bypass all the mechanics because they want you to use follow-up attacks. I also found out that within the Divergent universe, So they have character mapping so that, you know, any of your characters that aren't upgraded are automatically up. Very cool feature. Except it does that for all your characters. I had just been assuming that it wasn't doing that for my already upgraded characters, but they are. So actually my Firefly that I've been using is a pre-made one that's weaker than my actual one. And there's no way to turn that off. That's a shame. The whole time I thought I was using my real team, but I'm actually not. You don't actually ever use your real team, really. Which is weird. And everyone else online was complaining about it, and yeah. They should probably let you turn it off or something. Okay, this person's new though. Who are you? There's a lot of new things in this room. I don't know what's going on. There's like random trotters around here. A random shopkeeper. Nice to meet you. Attendant Amsella at your service. There's a 13% chance you are lost and an 85% chance you are hungry. What about the remaining 2%? Addendum, out of curiosity, just like right now. I provide guests with a convenient food delivery service. Just let me know if you wish to place an order. I want to place an order. Nice to meet you. This isn't the first time we met. From your facial expression, I detect 2% confusion. Am I able to solve your problem? I see. It must be me. It seems like there's an issue with my memory storage module. I apologize for any inconvenience. Nice to meet you. I want to place an order. Okay. Alright, just random food stuff. Anyway. Onwards. We gotta go talk to someone who I guess will help us cover up the fact that we're aliens after it got let loose. Search for Varix Leo.
Be in awe of Julius.
Apparently, this is a statue? Why would we go here? This is Verax Leo. It really is a lion's head. No matter how I look at it, it just looks like any other statue. How do we even interact with it? Put your hand into the lion's mouth.
Look who came to visit this mighty lion. Aren't you Akima's two new friends? The brave warriors from a faraway place. It's an honor to meet you.
It seems you're very well informed.
Didn't anyone tell you? I'm the far-seeing eye and all-hearing ear of Akima. I see and hear every single thing that happens in the streets and alleys of this place.
But what are you? We would like to request your help. Currently, rumors regarding the Rosy Celestial Maiden have spread throughout the Holy City.
Brave warriors. I'm afraid that I won't be able to help with that. Rumors? As long as the citizens like it, who cares about whether it's true or not? However, the way you two are trying to stop it from spreading further, could there be some other reason? How about sharing it with me?
Why are you so interested in the tea?
Don't be fooled by it. This lion loves engaging in gossip and rumors. A few days ago, when people were besmirching my tribe's honor, didn't you also turn a blind eye?
Isn't this Lord Mighty? How have you been lately?
The face of a lion, but the courage of a soulless hyena. You and your brothers will do anything for the sake of entertainment, even encouraging despicable acts such as fabricating history. There's no limit to how low you would stoop.
How could you call that a fabrication? At most, it's just a little, reinterpretation. Artistic reinterpretation.
Shut it. Do as they say. Otherwise, I'll turn you into iron dust with my bare hands.
You got it. I'll fix that right now. I assure all of you that from now on, you'll no longer hear the words Rosy Celestial Maiden.
With the cooperation of the Varix Leo, the rumors gradually die down. Thank you for your help.
Don't misunderstand. I'm just annoyed at that lion head. Also, Finon seems to think highly of you guys. If you were to be disposed of for such a trivial reason, his weak and fragile heart might not be able to bear it.
Disposed of?
Pray for the best, outsider. Pray that this farce has not reached the ears of Aglaya.
That bully dressed Kairos heir has an eccentric personality. Regardless, this matter has come to an end. Let's prepare ourselves and head to our appointment. Yeah, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. If they ask about us, we should just come clean with everything. After all, we all saved some lives or something.
Hey! Over here! We've been waiting for quite some time. Where have you two been? We've been waiting here for quite some time. Even our wings are tired.
We encountered some trouble, but thankfully everything has been resolved. Chibi, do you surf the web?
Wow, you guys are well informed. You even know about the World Wound Web? Young people sure are full of energy. But it's been such a busy day. Where would we find the time to surf the web?
That's good. Surfing the web isn't a good habit to have.
What a strange thing to say. Anyway, let's go. I hope Aggie isn't annoyed from waiting too long.
I'm even taller than Kefil
Go see Aglaya with Chibi.
I want to be high up like that too.
Faith can dispel the black eye.
Oh, right. You can see the abyss from here. It's quite a nice place for a photo. Look, the Gate of Infinity. It's very eye-catching, isn't it? That's where we met.
Oh, that's where we were? Wow, okay. Thought we were further away. The landscape of Amphorius is breathtaking. In the past, this place must have been a beautiful paradise.
Oh well, the past cannot be recreated. All we can do is follow the prophecy and move forward.
The past cannot be recreated, but you clearly showed us Ornyx's miracle before.
Those are two different concepts. We can draw upon the power of the Veil of Evernight through prayer, and then salvage necessary items from the past for our own use. It isn't actually reversing time.
Even so, it still goes against the laws of physics that we know of. I've been meaning to ask that for a while now. All things have to obey the underlying laws of the world. I'm still trying to understand Amphoris's laws. We'll take photos later. Let's go and meet Aglaia now. I thought that's... Why did we walk over here then? I thought she was supposed to be here.
Just hearing this melody makes me feel better.
Why did we take a stop when she's like, I hope she's not going to be mad that we're late?
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are full.
Aggie, we're back!
Thanks for your hard work. Is there any news from Trian?
Not yet, but we've already figured out where the deserters are headed to. With a little more time, we'll be able to track down the location of Castrum Kremnos.
Deserters. Yeah, what is Castrum Kremnos?
Nikador's territory and their current abode. It's a moving city-state enveloped in fog.
Nomadic city? So, back when the Titan was repelled, Lady Trian was off chasing the enemy.
Let's talk about something less serious for now. Would you mind giving the three of us some space, Treeby?
Of course. Hope you like this gift.
As Treeby mentioned, the both of you spared no effort in protecting the holy city. I would like to present you with a gift in recognition of that. If you are to stay in Akima, you'll need a place to rest.
Wow, we're getting our
This
own
gift
room.
will address your troubles. Welcome to your private bath chamber.
It is actually kind of better than the Pentagon Hotel. Well, it's hard to compare them directly. This place is indeed more spacious, and the decor is quite impressive.
I'm glad that you're satisfied with the arrangements. Here, take some time and get to know your surroundings.
Book. Mark that. Bath user manual. You have a manual for the bath?
I'm glad that you...
Sorry, I dozed off there for a second. I didn't know this room was occupied. I'll be off right away then. Aren't you going to test the water's temperature? Dan Hung dips 2 fingers into the bath to check the water's temperature. It's lukewarm. Great, you think silently in your mind, trying hard not to let him see your schadenfreude. The lounge chair in the room looks so comfy and enticing, you're worried that you'll completely lose motivation to trailblaze if you lie on it. Think about it. All the twists and turns and hardships you've been through, are they worth it? Lying here and welcoming an eternal, comfy slumber? Maybe that's where you belong. I know that what you're thinking. Don't be tempted by a mere lounge chair. Are we supposed to sleep on these? Are they our beds? Oh my goodness. I did not see that going. Nope. So, this is your home. It was completely vacant the last time I was here. You were moved in before Aquila could blink. I just came to take a look around. And honestly, did I invite you here? It's far too extravagant in here. The stench of its opulence and lavishness makes me sick. While I was making my way through wind and rain, you were here living up in a mansion, throwing back ambrosia, and living the good life. What is even more loathsome is that you live in such radiant luxury, and would still squabble with me over a mere chest. Just the excess that leaks from the gaps in your teeth would make me clothed and fed for a whole year. Is there any fairness in this world? Is there any justice? Are there no laws anymore? If Talaton knew of this, they would burst into tears. I mean, if you want to stay here, you can. Huh? Are you serious? I'm not so free and easy as to just... Wait a minute. Are you making fun of me? I'm the one that makes fun of others. No one has ever done it to me before. You'll pay for this. Oh, there is combat. Oh. Okay. Never mind.
The battle.
I also like that Spirit, it's just the same guy over and over again. It's just Bartholos. It's just one guy. Bartholos presents a brain teaser, entering the brain teaser state. Allies can respond with basic attack, skill, or ultimate. Each brain teaser requires the correct type of attack to solve. Upon successfully solving the brain teaser, Bartholos will immediately change the brain teaser and take physical damage based on the percentage of its max HP. Using the correct attack method to respond to Bartholos' brain teaser, and Bartholos will immediately change brain teaser. Yeah, okay. Oh, the twin spirits. Oh, maybe there's a different one? I think we met Bartholos yesterday, though, but maybe that was... What if their name is like one letter different or something?
Let's improvise. Step up, let's see ya. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Time for a fun.
That's what you got? Slice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Like fire until everything burns to ashes!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
You took bait. Time for a fun. This is double speed. Let me stay here a little longer in this boat.
Next time you leave the house, remember to lock the door, otherwise you'll see just what happens. Alright, that was a threat. A bit uncalled for. I invited him to stay here, but whatever. You lean against the stone railing of the balcony, gazing into the distance. The mist-shrouded mountains of Amphorius appear as vague outlines, like stone giants slowly shifting between crouching and standing. From somewhere, a bard song drifts through the air. Though the words are unclear, the melody still conveys a tinge of nostalgia and longing for the past. This view is absolutely breathtaking. You agree with Dan Heng, very much so.
Oh, finished exploring? I still have one last special gift for you.
Sure are getting a lot of gifts. What is
Come
it?
this way. I'll explain it to you.
Feel like there's gotta be a catch. Is this a basin? It looks like something used for rituals. What a premium sink.
It's not your average wash basin. This ceremonial vessel belonged to the Chrysos heirs and is now my gift to the both of you. You have learned, to some extent, about the history of Amphorius and of the holy city Arkema. Now, I wish for both of you to witness the journey of the Chrysos heirs for yourselves.
What do you mean by witness?
In ancient times, Fegusa, the Chalice of Plenty, concealed the beginning of the world amidst billowing waves. When the ancient ocean priests discovered that place, they used spirit water to build a barrier in order to prevent the site from being disturbed by external forces. However, they also left behind a passageway. That passageway is none other than the ceremonial basin in front of you. Clear yourselves of all distracting thoughts and wash your faces with the spirit water inside the basin. When you next open your eyes, you shall witness for yourselves the Vortex of Genesis, a great sanctuary that houses the original divinity of the 12 Titans.
12, okay,
It's
there we go.
also the place where the prophesied miracle of Genesis will occur.
I can't wait to see it.
For your first time, I shall personally guide you into the depths. Close your eyes and hold your breath. Sever all other sounds and let my whispers fill your ears. Take a handful of the pristine water. Lift your palms in front of your chest and feel the water gently flow away through your fingers. Sink deeper and do this once more. Submerge your wrists in the spirit water. Familiarize yourself with its temperature, its touch. Spread your fingers, then lower your head and search for the palms of your hands. Feel the spirit water flow against your face until all of your senses are submerged. Floating, sinking, diving into the depths. You now stand at the heart of this world. Now, I require your honesty.
I knew it. As expected. What is the meaning of this?
This is no laughing matter. It's an interrogation. While the both of you were roaming the city, someone was paying attention to your every move. Unfortunately, you have broken your promises.
Promise is, I think we only made one promise. So you are indeed aware of our transgression. However, we only did so to save a life.
The Holy City's fate is as fragile as thread. I must exercise prudence in order to eliminate sources of potential disaster. I will grant the both of you another chance to mend our broken trust. The golden thread shall judge on my behalf. If you're truthful, you will live. Else, you will perish.
We meet again, distinguished guests.
Well, we're not really distinguished if we're about to be executed.
Castress will be your executioner.
Why'd we come here, though? Lady Aglaya, it is undeniable that we broke our arrangement out of carelessness. However, you never explained to us how revealing a world beyond the sky exists would lead to dire consequences. What I want to know is exactly how grave a crime have we committed?
A reasonable request. It is indeed my oversight for failing to tell you everything in time.
It really is. We were right there. You could have just talked to us. Instead, we had to hear the same story 3 different ways, and none of it made sense.
There have always been people in Amphorius who looked beyond the skies. Indeed, there used to be a usurper nation that spared no expense in constructing skyships with the desire to break through the blue sky and reach the stars. However, Aquila's divine punishment fell the instant the fleet of skyships took flight. An entire city-state, along with all of its subjects, was reduced to ash in that moment. It's not that Amphorius is unwilling to head toward the stars. Yet, anyone who even thinks about breaching the firmament would undoubtedly infuriate the gods, causing this land of the living to burn, and an entire nation of mortals to perish. The Eye of Twilight is only one example of this. This is forbidden territory which can never be ventured into.
I wonder who shot us down. The Sky Titan? Them? We're gonna have a problem though if we want to get out. I think we're gonna have to kill the Sky Titan. We mean no harm toward Amphorius.
Divine punishment has never been fair. As Okima's guardian, I must do the same. This is a world dominated by Titans, and that order can only be toppled by the Chrysos heirs. Therefore, the only thing that I can do right now is to ensure that the both of you remain devoted. 3 steps, Castress.
Why'd I get like a notification sound? Hold on, I gotta check my text.
Yes, Lady Aglaya.
I shall ask you 4 questions. Dishonest answers will cause the golden thread to vibrate, while truthful responses will not affect the thread. The number of times that the thread trembles is the number of steps forward that the executioner will take. If she isn't standing behind you after all 4 questions have been asked and answered, the both of you will have passed this test. If she is, your journey will end here.
Technically, she is standing behind us.
You'll fall asleep amid the warm embrace of flowers and feel no pain. That I can guarantee.
Does this mean we can lie up to 2 times? Technically. But let's not rock the boat. There's no need for such guarantees. Regardless of what she says, we'll be fine as long as our consciences are clear.
Well then, let us begin. Question 1.
If a train is traveling at 20 miles an hour, traveling a distance of 400 miles, and another train is traveling 40 miles.
Outlanders, why have you come to Amphorius?
To allow our journey to continue. The golden thread remains calm and unchanged.
A truthful response. A step will not be recorded.
I like that we can just say that, like, okay, that was the truth. We don't have to actually explain ourselves, though.
Question 2. Outlanders, why did you lend your aid to Akima?
Because our courageous spirits and selfless souls. I regret what we did. We shouldn't have aided them at all. To allow our journey to continue. Oh, snap. True. That is a true answer. It's also kind of a sassy answer to repeat the same answer. Although I'm not sure if this first one's wrong either. I feel like 1 is also correct. Three is more like the pragmatic choice. Oh, I don't know if there's 2 wrongs and only 1 right, or how this works. We'll stick with 3 though. The golden thread remains calm and unchanged. Yeah, that's right.
Fluctuations detected. A step will not be recorded. Question 3. Outlanders, if the current situation changed dramatically, could you eventually point your blades at Akima and its citizens?
I use a baseball bat, not a blade. I mean, yeah, technically we can't make any guarantee. Although we wouldn't point the blade at the citizens. That's messed up. But if you guys turn out to be super evil, then, like, we're gonna have a problem. The golden thread remains calm and unchanged.
A response that lacks embellishment. You have no misgivings about the friction or suspicion that your answer might cause. A step will not be recorded. Final question. Outlander. An unknown but surging power exists within your body. Are you willing to use it to aid the Chrysos heirs in slaying the gods?
You can detect that? I'm not willing, and I cannot agree to your request. It's one of the destruction seeds of disaster. Be careful, it might backfire. I wonder what happens if we don't answer the question, technically. Like, if we respond, wait, you can detect that. That's not answering the question at all, so I wonder what that counts as. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens. The golden thread trembles violently. Well, we didn't lie. We just said, wait, you can detect that? But whatever, okay.
Response to a question with another question indicates intense suspicion and resistance. A step will be recorded. All 4 questions have been asked and answered. You have earned a second chance with your honesty.
What happens if you fail? Can you fail?
Both of you may continue to stay in Akima, and its citizens will continue to view you as distinguished guests. However, you must promise that today's farce will not occur again.
I think it's more appropriate for us to say that last part. Damn. You seriously expect us to help you after what we just went through?
Regardless of your choice, the Chrysos heirs will continue to follow the path in the prophecy. You may be a ray of hope that fell onto Amphorius. However, until all has been proven, you cannot be allowed to pose a threat to Amphorius.
So you will continue to monitor us?
For the Holy City, I am willing to bear all the traits that others despise and use every heartless yet effective trick in the book.
Forgive us, but I'm afraid our cooperation cannot continue under these conditions. If we cannot gain If we cannot gain your trust, Lady Aglaia, we'll depart. Amphoius isn't the only option for the Nameless. Things don't have to end on a sour note between us.
I respect your decision.
Hold on! Please, wait a moment.
Finan?
Aglaia, as the first person to encounter them, I have some thoughts I would like to share regarding whether they can stay.
Do speak your mind.
When I first met them in the Abyss, I was wary of them as well, and never let my guard down throughout our journey back to the Holy City. However, during the battle to defend Akima, we fought side by side numerous times. The look in someone's eyes in moments of life and death never lies. And I was able to detect the conviction in their eyes back then. That's why I was willing to put my life in their hands.
I like that we're just staring off into space. We're not facing him.
Please believe a warrior's intuition. At present, Akima is desperate for aid, and I am loath to lose two allies just like that. Isn't this what Miss Casterus believes as well?
Yeah. I'm more willing to view death as a peaceful farewell than a punishment.
So 2 crisis heirs are willing to vouch for you. It seems my actions were too high-handed. Finan, will you fulfill your duty as host and look after our distinguished guests?
Well, I'm not good at formalities. I'll do my best.
Cass, next time, I hope you will express your thoughts openly.
I will.
Now, it's time to welcome the newcomers to the Vortex of Genesis. As you both have chosen to trust these Outlanders, ensure they are adequately informed about the mysteries concealed within.
I will assume that if we answer her 4 questions incorrectly and we are technically going to die, then Finon shows up as well and says, wait.
Sorry, should have gotten here earlier. Please, hear me out before you make up your mind.
The Vortex of Genesis. There's a thing down here, but nothing else. So those are the Titan images, I would assume. Some of them are lit up and some aren't, though. That's very interesting. I wonder if those are... represent maybe the heirs, or represents the Titans that are still alive or something? Ah, there is a treasure chest.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
I swear by the honor of the Chrysos heirs here, that your lives were never in danger. Before the interrogation started, Miss Casterus already sent a message to me, hoping that I would stop Aglaya.
Only a select few can sway Lady Aglaya, and Lord Finon is one of them.
Finon's a big deal, huh? She didn't even apologize, though.
Aglaya. She has long sealed her heart in ice for Akima's sake. Maybe this is the price of being a demigod. Standing among mortals, yet still so far from them.
Demigod?
One more thing to explain. Let's not worry about that for now. You'll soon find out that Amphorius's deepest secrets are all hidden here.
Yeah, well, they're the Cryos heirs, so they're taking the flame cores or whatever from the Titans. So yeah, they are, like I said before, like either they're supposed to become the new Titans, or I guess they become demigods or whatever.
Well, first, kindly look upward. What you see right now is the astral zodiac of the Vortex of Genesis. divided into 12 parts that record the flame-chased journey of the Chrysos heirs. The 12 vacant signs symbolize the 12 titans of Amphorius, while each illuminated constellation represents one core flame that mankind has restored to its rightful place.
Yeah, so they've already taken 6 of them, and there's 6 more. There are 6 restored core flames. You're already halfway through your journey.
The generations before us paid a heavy price for that. The journey of the Chrysos heirs once faced immense hurdles and made no progress for a very long time. It was Aglaya and Trebi who rallied the Chrysos heirs from all over the world once again, leading us to re-embark on this prophesized journey.
And they are the only 2 demigods in the Holy City.
Shouldn't it be the only 4? Well, Tribi's been separated for whatever reason. Which I would like to know the exact explanation for, but am more curious, what exactly are the demigods? Are they all the Cryos heirs? She says they're the only 2 in the city, so that implies that no, not all Cryos heirs are demigods, or at least not yet.
Worry not, I haven't forgotten about that. In the past, the Titans were the pillars of the world. Yet the prophecy's revelation is that these 12 pillars must be shattered, and the world's order reconstructed. But here's the problem. After the fall of the old gods, someone must hold up the broken pillars and fill the vacant seats until the coming of the miracle of Genesis. Otherwise, the entire world will collapse before the prophecy comes true. Aglaya and Trebi have already laid their own gods to rest, making them now both human and divine, as well as the bearers of Amphorius' fate.
So Aglaya took, I believe, would be Amnestia's, and Trebi is Orynyx, maybe? So you mentioned pursuing the Strife Titan. You will also becoming a demigod? So that's what you meant by your core flame.
Bringing down the Titans, retrieving the core flames, and filling the vacant seats. This is the mission of the Chrysos heirs, and I'm following in the footsteps of those 2.
Mission. Huh.
When it comes to the 12 Titans, no words can describe them more vividly than the whispers within the constellations.
But they're the only 2 demigods in the core city, or in Akama, but there are 6 of them that have already been ascended or whatever.
Why not step forward and listen to them for yourselves?
Listening to the voices of the constellations, is that really possible?
Chrysos heirs, demigods. Is what's written in the prophecy truly Amphorius' only possible fate?
Oh. Someone's thinking outside the box.
Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Please, step closer and listen to the voices of the Titans.
Like I said, and we asked, like, where did the prophecy come from exactly? And they're just like, well, it's the prophecy. It's like, okay, but like, does that mean you have to do it?
Move closer. Listen carefully. And you may just catch the whispers echoing in the void. How about you start with the Lance of Fury, the voice of Nikador?
Oh gosh, what happened to his model? That was weird. The day is silent, and darkness has taken the stage. Flames rise higher and drums fall like rain. Warriors soaked in golden blood, their cloaks tattered. Bronze shields you, and brass echoes my sorrow. Listen to the voices of the constellation. And there's also a shop here. Oh, Zagreus has already been defeated. Ah, interesting. The Stellar Shrine of Titans contains 4 major quadrants. Yeah, so groups of 3. Click to switch to the next quadrant. The 3 Titans of Calamity. They were born of peace and led tranquility into chaos. They guide the destruction and survival of all things. Click to peek into the secrets of the Titan. Nikador is the Titan of strife and competition. According to the mythology of the Cryos' heirs, they declared war on the gods and cast the world into endless strife. However, battle also took its toll on the war god, as the divine corpus was corroded by the black tide, and they fell into endless madness. As their rage and ambition were never quelled, their Titankin legion still roams the land, raging war against imaginary enemies. Nikador is a noble warrior that wears pure white sacred armor. Legend has it that the Lance of Fury that they wield can raise even the most powerful and prosperous city to the ground. Their bloodthirsty temperament has also made them a god of blood and sacrifice. Warriors gather under them and yearn to follow Nikador into war and achieve an honorable death. Their disciples built a fortress known as Castrum Crimnos that brings turmoil and fear to the world, much like their god. There was once a time when this war god was also a symbol of protection, using extreme violence to extinguish strife, and using war to maintain the balance of Amphorius. The coin of whimsy, the core flame of trickery, has been returned. Zagreus, or Zagreus, I believe actually is how they said it. Zagreus is the Titan of lies and fortune, according to the mythology of the Cryos' heirs. Their entry into the Pantheon was a complete accident. They once stole Amnestia's seat and disguised themselves as Amnestia to be worshipped. The true Zagreus is often depicted as a two-faced god who is both smiling and crying. Its 2 parts are much like the coexistence of lies and truth in the world. One cannot exist without the other. Zagreus has no interest in fulfilling their divine duties. They love to cause divisions in the paths of the gods and play tricks to sow chaos and disorder. They do not have their own altars or temples either. This is because even Zagreus' disciples would not worship such a god. Thus, they have become the god of the poor and the unremarkable. Legend states that they often appear in barren desert areas to provide people with unpredictable opportunities and change. Before setting out on a journey, people would often curse the name of Zagreus to reduce the chance of them encountering thieves or ill fortune. They would also offer up prayers in times of suffering in the hopes of everything suddenly turning around. This is precisely the reason that they are tolerated. Nothing is perfect, and no truth remains eternal. Change and carelessness can be fatal, but they can also be a savior in a critical moment. Wonder who took Zagreus? Thanatos is the Titan of Death, the Hand of Shadow and Annihilation, and no one knows their true form, for the dead cannot relay legends to the living. It is said that their touch causes flowers to wither, soil to crack, metal to corrode, and flesh to turn to ashes, everything shrouded in thick, dark mist and disintegrating into meaningless fragments. Though the Cryos heirs consider themselves demigods by blood, they cannot escape the inevitable fate of organic life, death. The River of Souls seeks out death, and forms a path to the underworld across barren fields. When war claims too many lives and souls have nowhere to rest, the tides of the River of Souls surge onto land, with Thanatos steering a ship to claim the wealth of the deceased and guide them to the afterlife. They are believed to be a second in justice only to Talaton. Oh, Talaton is different. I thought they misspelled Thanatos earlier. There's just two. Okay, they're two different titans. They are believed to be second in justice only to Talaton, as they only take the excess from the gods without robbing the deceased of the assets they need to reach the afterlife. As night falls upon the world, death and darkness become the rulers of Amphorius. An unknown black tide rises in great waves, swallowing the mortal realm and shattering the balance between another realm and the living world. The wandering spirits and monsters across many battlefields trapped between life and death seem to signify that even Thanatos, the keeper of death, is powerless before this force. Oh, it says activated constellation 6 out of 12. That does imply that we're eventually going to activate all 12. That's cool. Time zone Neko Arc Aleknakvar. No problem. 3 Titans of Foundation. They were born of chaos and transformed desolation into fertility. They sustain the seedbeds and homes of all things. So Georios has actually already been claimed, and so has Fagosa. But Aquila hasn't, so yeah, I think we're gonna have to definitely kill Aquila if we want to escape this planet. The core flame of Earth has been returned. Pillar of Stone. Georios is the Titan of Earth. The skies and the seas were also born of their dormant breath. Cryos Air mythology believes that every mountain range was once a physical manifestation of Georios. They are the largest, gentlest, and most benevolent Titan that protects the mortal world. Legend states that when the black tide descended, their mountain peaks raised and caused huge ravines to open up. They were split into pieces and unable to ever reawaken. Georios is also the god of agriculture and history. They gifted their body to the Titans to become the cornerstones of the creation of life. When death and famine raged, they ignored the wrath of Circes and shared knowledge in agriculture with the people of the world. This knowledge stuck with the Amphorians. Should that be an adjective? Whatever. For millennia. People often use the hourglass to commemorate this benevolent deity, not wishing for any kind of compensation. Georios has always been silent in the face of the praise of mortals. The mountain dwellers and the dromuses of Amphorius are all creations of Georios. The clumsy Titan never quite grasped the finer points of creation and always made their creations far too big. However, at the same time, their creations also absorbed Georios' natural disposition to become tacit and kind. If there were anything that could send such a Titan into a rage, it would be foolish actions such as damaging the earth or crops. I like that he made just too big animals and things that were just too big. Like my eyes? Thanks. Chalice of Plenty. The core flame of Ocean has already been returned. Fugosa is the titan that controls oceans and storms, as well as the master of honey brew and banquets. They are capable of freely moving bodies of water across any part of Amphoris, as they please. According to mythology, they are a capricious and pleasure-obsessed god that sees the oceans as their place of alcoholic revelry. They have an eternal rivalry with the Earth Titan Georios, with no hope of making peace. Interesting. That being said, Fugosa also bears the duty of washing clean the filth of the world. Baths that have received the benediction of the Titan are able to not only clean the body of impurities, but can also cleanse the wounds of the soul. They have become an irreplaceable joy in the lives of Amphoris' people. At the same time, Fugosa is also the god of banquets and drunkenness. They passed on the art of brewing to humanity and taught them the first songs and dances of the ocean breeze and waves. In the baths and banquet halls of Amphoris, people often sing and imbibe as a ritual dedicated to the mother of the oceans. Fugosa enjoys roaming the mortal world. They appear in the waves of the ocean, the deluge of the rivers, and the goblets and banquets to bring song, dance, and laughter. It is said that Fugosa will occasionally appear around long-distance sailing ships and invite their Titankin to feast alongside the sailors. The only problem is that after every banquet, the intoxicated Titan will whip up huge waves and keep the sailors awake through the night. Well, that's rude. Now my medallion on my neck is just a medallion. No clock there. Interesting to combine the god of ocean and like the god of parties together. The Eye of Twilight. Aquila, the Titan of the Sky, celestial bodies, and the cycle of day and night, is the largest of the Titans. Isn't Georios technically the planet? Whatever. They reside above the heavens of Amphoris, encompassing and watching over the entire world. In most legends, Aquila's pride does not obscure their kindness. They gaze upon humanity, warming the earth and bringing down life-giving rain. However, they also transform into the most fearsome calamity, harshly punishing any who dare to overcome the sky. In the tales of Amphoris, Aquila is depicted as a colossal sky bird with 100 eyes. Their eyes open, light fills the world, and when their eyelids fall, darkness envelops the land. Interesting, because Kephales's holding up a sun, but whatever. In the war against the Calamity Titans, many of Aquila's eyes were blinded. This is why many city-states in Amphoris are now shrouded in eternal night. Aquila is also the god of creation and invention, credited with creating the mechanical beasts scattered across the land. Engineers and mathematicians frequently pay homage to the 100-eyed deity, hoping to receive inspiration and enlightenment from their blessings. The god of creation, but not spaceship creation. That's a no-no. Have a nice voice, thanks. So yeah, Kephales's not been taken, but Kephales's just there in the background, question mark? Like, you could just walk up to Kephale and we could get the core flame, question mark? The three titans of creation, they were born of the void, turning nothingness into prosperity. They are the creators of all life and civilization. Never knew Honkai had so much lore? Oh yeah. There's a lot of lore. It's also interesting that Finon's supposed to take out Nikador, but his eyes, Finon's eyes, look like the symbol of Kefali. And also I think his like shirt also has like a similar shape to them as well. We'll compare once we exit. I don't want to exit in case there's like a cutscene. I want to finish reading these, but we'll compare. Just barely beat the second planet. Oh yeah, once you get to the third place, that's when like things really start picking up with the lore and everything. And yeah, there's almost like 300. There's probably is 300 books now. There's a lot of lore. Throne of Worlds. Kefali is the omniscient, omnipotent god of original creation that holds up the skies. It is said that they were once a monarch that sat atop the throne, but now they are the god that bears the Dawn device. Everyone in Okima is able to see their great form. Maybe they can't get rid of Kefali because he's holding up the Dawn device, and that would be a bad idea. Maybe they have to save Kefali for last. Kefali was born from the combination of lightning bolts from the sky striking the spine of the earth. They were then given the duty of the creation of life. The first humans of Amphorius were created in Kefali's own image and given life. Kefali loved these tiny beings so deeply that their majestic figure would always remain in the mortal world to accompany them. Cryos heirs believe that Kefali is a symbol of deliverers and heroes. They are the father of all heroes and the form that all deliverers will eventually take. It is said that Kefali abandoned their throne, ruling over all worlds just to become a ray of light for the people of Okima. All worlds, that's interesting. There is a romantic legend that circulates throughout the Holy City. When the world is in crisis, Kefali will once again open their eyes and lead the people to victory against the Black Tide to create the heavens and earth once more. Well, that hasn't happened yet. The Chrysalis of Gold Amnestia. The core flame of romance has already been returned. Amnestia is the titan that symbolizes beauty and love. Their appearance is often illustrated as a beautiful and elusive butterfly with golden patterns carved into their wings. They and their titan kin pursue beauty in the world, weave it into the golden thread, spin the romances of humankind, and grant everyone in Amphorius love and affection. Except for Aglaia. Kefali is called Deliverer, same as Finon. That's the thing. Kefali's image is Finon's eyes style, but he's supposed to go after Nikador. Legend states that Amnestia fell in love with the Reason Titan Circes. They sat under the giant tree for a long time, endlessly confessing their love to the Titan, but Circes never responded. Ouch. Gotta go. Thanks for stopping by. Amnestia passed away crying tears of blood and rose, reborn from their golden cocoon as a humanoid figure. Covering themselves with their broken cocoon, they set out on a journey around Amphorius with the blessing of their kin. Finally, Amnestia returned from their adventures with the love of family, friends, and true love gathered from the world, wove them into their golden chrysalis alongside their body and heart, and gifted them to Circes. In the arms of their lover, they were reborn in the chrysalis of gold. Ever since this moment, the butterfly and the tree have been inseparable and dependent on each other for survival. Today, shadows of the past are cast across ancient ruins. These shadows that drift like scattered veils carry memories of the past. They are legacies that must not be lost. The divine powers of Amnestia gather these threads and weave them together one by one to reveal destiny and prophecies. Maybe the prophecy came from her. Or the prophecy came from Aglaia? But can we trust her? Bow of Rift. Circes is the master of wisdom, intellect, and vegetation. They wield authority over ecologies, knowledge, and rationality, and people refer to them as the hermit in search of wisdom. Nature is Circe's courtyard and also their library. They allow people to study and rest there, and convey their knowledge to the ignorant tirelessly and generously. It is under their guidance that civilization and cities began in Amphorius. Circe graces the world in the form of a grand and holy tree. Where they take root, vegetation sprouts to become a massive forest, and here, scholars walk by their side, enlightened in reason and thinking in debate, creating courts in search of new learning. They also gifted a seed to Kefli, allowing it to become the Garden of Wisdom, and allowing scholars to seek the Titan's wisdom even if they stand far from the holy tree. Circe's power infuses every last plant in Amphorius, from branches and vines to the very leaves themselves. In accordance with the pact they struck with Georios, they mediate life, allowing the green and soil to be in perfect balance. Upon accepting their blessing, the plant life can also gain the rationality to debate humans. Oh, really? This warns people to remain humble, for the truly wise might be the quiet ones around you. Three Titans of Fate. They were born of nothingness, turning chaos into order. They define the rules and destiny of all things. Okay, so Orynyx has a... No, so Tribby must be Yanis. Tribby must be Yanis then. He just talks a lot about Orynyx. The core flame of passage has been returned. Gate of Infinity. Yanis is a titan of passages and roads. They know the existence and end of all paths. Yanis' power can open the doors to all broken mortal worlds, create non-existent paths, and point to unseen directions. Yanis is the god most revered by humanity amid the three Fate Titans. Compared to the shapeless Talenton and the silent Orynyx, they are more willing to guide humans. They are also the first god that awoke from the chaos and myths. They created roads and connected cities. The passages that Yanis rules over are not just doors humans traverse through, but also the path that connects destiny. They reveal fate through prophecies and point the way forward for humanity. Yanis made countless roads as well as countless choices. They guide humans to the correct path, so mankind will avoid the destiny of confusion. I just saw something fall from the sky out my window. I don't know what that was. It is also due to the vow between Yanis and Thanatos that the souls of the dead can be ferried towards the next life at the end of all things. However, per the laws created by Talenton, blessings come hand in hand with curses. Very few are aware that the god of doors is also the god of isolation and imprisonment. Actually, I believe Yanis in real life was a three-headed god or something, or had like three faces, so Tribby being three people makes sense. Scale of Justice, the core flame of law, has been returned. Talenton is the titan of law and justice. They rarely appear in the mortal world in physical form, and there are almost no records of them in legend. People often say that they are the rules of destiny, the law of all things, and the divine retribution for violation of such rules and laws. Talenton is seen as the manifestation of justice. They uphold the taboos and boundaries of Amphorius and lay down logic and laws for all things. They created balance coins to ensure that all transactions are of equivalent exchange. They maintain the balance of the world. Any action that would damage these laws will be subject to retribution. Just as a scale that never tilts, all things must be free of excess. If one wishes to obtain, they must first lose. If you wish to receive the benediction of this titan, you must pay a cost. Some people even end up being transformed into terrifying monsters. For this reason, the gods often view them as the mediator of strife. When a dispute between titans cannot be resolved, only their judgment is able to satisfy their kin. Talenton has bound Amphorius with strict laws, and themselves with an equally strict vow to never allow for favoritism or injustice. They and their disciples act according to their vow, sentencing those who break their vows or violate boundaries to punishment, even if the subject of this judgment is another titan. Veil of Evernight. Orynyx is the titan of time and night. Before the first dawn created by Aquila, the world was caged in the purest darkness. When the borders and day and night were separated, the young Orynyx jolted awake from the newborn concept of time, heading toward the outer reaches of Amphorius alone. There, they materialized as the Evernight Veil and henceforth remained afar from humanity, quietly spending their time managing the fabric of time. In the myths told by the Chrysos heirs, Orynyx is the most secretive titan, akin to the bottomless darkness themselves. Artists are thus entranced by the titan because the scintillating dots of light in the night sky can awaken one's desire to understand a place within themselves. As the titan with mastery over time, Orynyx supports all the past, present, and future of this world, allowing for the circulation of all things. They also collect many eroded memories to prevent them from being forgotten. Orynyx's priests can invoke incredible miracles, with their secret rituals capable of bringing the past to the very present, and they also can gain oracles of the future from their titan through the echoes across the Evernight Veil. Right. Gods and mortals. As the echoes of the constellations fall silent, the next sound to meet your ears is waves. Titan's murmurs. The unfamiliar call carries a longing to take your soul's essence into the pool. Enter tidal bounty. This is what the ambrosia is for. It's like the Clocky statue, okay. Obtaining celestial ambrosia by completing missions and whatnot. In the exploration of Amphorius, ambrosia can be obtained through various means, such as completing missions and all the other good stuff. Dissolve the celestial ambrosia into the water to raise the offering level and gain rewards. Submit. Well, okay, fine. I wanted to see what we'd get. But okay. Is there anything? No. I was like, is there any cool like icons or anything? Nope. That's only 10 levels right now. The water returns to its serene state. How curious. It appears to that you just have to bring Celestial Ambrosia back here next time to get something nice. Who messaged me though? Some random person. Okay. While I was being interrogated. Evocultic disciple. Life will find its own exit. If you see this message on the teleslate, then congratulations. You have cleared the initial test for the enigmatic ceremony I named Golden Scapegoat. You might be already used to the various mysterious phenomena you have encountered in Amphorius, just like the tests you have completed. That thing appeared during the Era Bellica period. It has been an ill omen and caused many uproars in the world, but as time went on, people gradually learned to ignore it. I don't know what this guy's talking about. But if you're like me and wish to discover what secrets lay beneath these goat masks, whether there are powers beyond the titans dominating our world, and what this world's secrets are according to occultism, then I recommend that you study the Golden Scapegoat alongside me and uncover these grand mysteries lost to the people of this world. When you pass more challenges, you will find out how to contact me through the teleslate. Oh, is this like the Hex and Nexus Club? Is this for the puzzle game we were playing? What is evoccultism? Is it a kind of biological evolution? When you pass more challenges, you can find out how to contact me through the teleslate. I don't actually want to repeat everything, but this cursed teleslate is too limited in function. Well, maybe I just don't know how to use it. I can't manage to make an automatic message me when you finish the challenge. So I set a variable first. Please forgive me. It cannot be 1, but I promise it's not bigger than 5. When you finish your challenge at a few different spots, your teleslate will receive a personal information. This way you can contact me in reality if you wish. Dear friend, they typed sigh. Sigh, dear friend. It's a shame that these teleslates aren't as good as seances, and I pity I can't perform such a thing, as I am not a priest. Such troublesome matters cannot be blamed on me. I hope when we uncover the secret behind the Golden Scapegoat. Mission accepted. Alright. Why am I still... Oh, I got another message from the same guy. To those of like mind as I, you have claimed 4 Golden Scapegoat tokens. This makes me believe that you, like me, have a unique interest in them. He types a lot. My name is Avilius, as you might have guessed. Why would I guess that? My personal abilities are limited, and I am less than capable when it comes to discovering more secrets connected to the Golden Scapegoat. But you might be. Speaking clearly, I just happen to know a tenured scholar in the Council of Elders. This senior academic helped me realize or analyze some information relating to the Golden Scapegoat, and also secretively installed this automatic transmission system in this goat head. It is said that the Golden Scapegoat system has a unique network strategy. Each time we complete a challenge, we will hear ancient murmurs with different meanings. Though I can't tell them apart at all, the senior academic can indeed give translations for each murmur. Of course, Evacultism believes miracles are more likely to be naturally occurring instead of human-made, and so there might not be an architect sending us messages from eons past when it comes to the Golden Scapegoat. In fact, from the eyes of that senior, the Golden Scapegoat is more likely a fracture or projection cast upon reality by some grand mystery. The rules behind it are the result of higher laws being compressed by reality. I think we're drifting off topic. Anyway, no matter what or where you got those 4 tokens, the special functions designed in the teleslate by that academic are enough for you to hitch onto the system and let you receive the details I'm inputting here. As I've mentioned, my name is Avilius. If you ask people around the Kefli Plaza, you'll be able to find me. You who share our ambitions, I shall anticipate your arrival here. My goodness. Anyway. Yeah, his eyes are definitely the symbol of Kefli, and his shirt thing is also very similar. Are you sure you're supposed to be Nikador?
So, did you hear it?
I did.
The first time I heard the voices of the Titans, I was just the boy playing with swords, oblivious to the meaning of life. To this day, I still don't know why the prophecy chose me. But I'm grateful for it. Without this journey, I might have already become a wandering soul on the battlefield. Alright, that's enough of my story. I want to extend a heartfelt invitation to you. Join the Christos heirs, and aid us in hunting down Nikador and retrieving the core flame from the Titan of Strife. If you still harbor doubts, I'll do my best to provide you with answers.
How are the Christos heirs chosen? And what does Christos even mean?
Unfortunately, the workings of the prophecy still remain a mystery to us all. The only reliable speculation is that it favors those caught in dire circumstances and bestows miracles upon them.
Where are all the others?
Legend has it that the first Christos heir was born millennia ago. Since then, the Chosen Ones began to walk this earth. Then came the Christos War. A conflict backed by the gods, yet one that brought much bloodshed and claimed many heroes. By the time of my birth, the tales of the Christos heirs had become more like legends than historical accounts. If there are others called forth by the prophecy, I trust that fate will guide them to us.
But there's at least 6 of them, right? Not including you two and Mighty. How do you plan to fight Nikador?
Armed with courage and unwavering resolve, our quest will begin as soon as Trian locates Castrum Kremnos. Without a doubt, it will be a momentous battle to the death. Prepare yourselves.
That's all you need. Courage. Also, if the First Chrysos heir showed up 1,000 years ago. Doesn't that mean the world's been dying for like 1,000 years? It's not that quick of a apocalypse. And I guess if a Cryos heir dies without getting the core flame, maybe just a new one will be born to take their place. So who's making the Cryos heirs? Whoever set up the prophecy, I guess. I don't trust this system. There's gonna be a twist, I know. I can feel it. Well, I've got it all figured out.
The path ahead is bound to be perilous, and I won't impose my will upon you. Yet, if you choose to stay, I, Finam, from Aedes Elysiae, will spare no effort to bridge the gap between you and the Chrysos heirs.
Thawing the ice in Lady Aglaya's heart won't be easy. But I will do my best as well.
I'll leave the final decision to you. You don't have any comments at all, really? I trust Finon, but I trust your judgment more. Yeah, we're just gonna leave. Sorry. Trailblaze over. This place, kind of boring. I don't think we could leave even if we wanted to. Right? Aquila would just stop us. We can't even message the express right now, so I'm not sure how we're supposed to leave. The ship was destroyed as well. I'm really not sure how we're supposed to leave if we say, let's leave. But we'll stay either way for now.
That's wonderful to hear. You truly are the hope of Amphorius. I've always believed that the journey of the Chrysos heirs is not meant to be the saga of a select few, and that we must unite all potential allies, especially heroic figures like you. Once we triumph in the battle against Nikedor, that should dispel Aglaya's doubts.
Lord Finon, our guests seem quite weary. Should we have them return to the bath chamber for some rest?
My apologies. I got a bit carried away. It's been a long first day for you here on Amphorius. Be sure to rest well in the bath chamber. I trust that Trianne will have returned with news about Castrum Kremnos by the time the two of you are fully recharged.
Well, that was a lot of drama for one day. Let's go. With Finon's guarantee, we can at least take a moment to rest without any worries. We've got to take a picture of this place for March. I almost forgot. Good thing you still remembered that. Let's capture the spectacle of the Vortex of Genesis. Why'd that treasure chest sigh at me? The totems of the 12 titans sound like 12 pairs of watchful, imperious eyes overseeing the world they forged, nurtured, and ultimately brought to ruin. When the 12 constellations align and shine, the miracle that the Cryos heirs speak of will illuminate, or so their prophecies claim. Alright. All the constellations of the 12 Titans are in there. Time to head out. How many chests? Okay, there are only 2. Okay, good. Oh, interesting. The map labels the dawn and the outworld. Interesting. I wonder if there's like a night. If there's a dawn, is there like a dusk? Wow, I took those pictures and the other 2 disappeared. Were they even real? How do we leave? If we wanted to. I think we just teleport from here.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Survive Aglaea's interrogation.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
So there's 4 more chests on this map, one of which is a spirit thief. Or I guess no, actually spirit thieves are a separate thing. So there's 4 more chests, but there's a 5th chest that is a spirit thief, I guess. I'm not sure how they calculate it. There's also a quest over there. Where would the other 4 chests be, I wonder? Well, we do have Herta now, we should probably pull her out. So much has happened today. What, do I have something on my face? Today you talked more than you did in the entire 3 worlds before this. Well, since the talkative one isn't around, someone else has to take her place. But it's been a long day for me too, so let's get through the review quickly. Yep. By estimation, it took us about 20 system hours to figure out the current conditions on Enforius and build connections with the locals. A pretty good start. But I feel that there is more to everything that meets the eye. Even the Chrysos heirs themselves aren't as unified as we imagined. Wasn't expecting, no, we were expecting Aglaea to be ruthless. Is it too late to bail? Don't take Aglaea's words to heart right now. Her verbal attack on us was quite sudden. There might be a reason behind it. With all these doubts in our minds, we can only just do our best. There's no right answer to the Trailblaze, after all. All we can do is dive into this world and take things one step at a time. Plenty of questions are still up in the air, but my brain is too tired to handle them. Finon's right. Let's call it a day and save them for tomorrow. Could we try and message the Express again, maybe? In the meantime...
Aggie, this campaign is going to turn out fine, right?
Do not harbor doubt, teacher. As the interpreter of the prophecy for the Chrysos heirs, any uncertainty in your words may undermine people's resolve.
All right. But it's just you and us here. By the way, Aggie, I was actually wondering, when you were in the vortex earlier with them, were you actually going to...
Certainly not.
Phew, that's good to know.
I don't trust her.
Why even bother to ask? If you were truly convinced of my intent to harm them, you would have intervened.
You sure don't miss a thing. We are just curious. What is really going through your head, Aggie?
Initially, my plan was to use the threat of banishment to test their resolve and perseverance. But I noticed a sense of unease in Castris. She trusted in them, and even reached out to Finan in secret, believing I was unaware. Therefore, I took advantage of the situation and changed the threat from banishment to execution to see if the two could remain firm under the most extreme pressure. Simultaneously, it might also strengthen their bonds with Finan and Castris.
Do you have to go to such lengths for the battle against Nikador? That's going to make it a lot tougher for you to gain their trust.
That's not important. You and I will eventually step off the stage and leave Anthorius' fate in the hands of others. That's the future you foresee, isn't it?
Yeah.
The prophecy of deliverance is nothing if not ambiguous. It urges us to defy the gods, yet refrains from providing a clear glimpse of what lies ahead. Right now, it is people's faith in the prophecy that unites them around the Chrysos heirs. Should a time come when their faith is shaken, all will crumble. Hence, we must be prepared. When our task is to craft the armor for the Deliverer, what harm is there if you and I don humble attire?
Eggy, have you noticed... You keep saying you don't believe in humanity's altruism, but your actions are a counterexample.
Perhaps it's because my humanity is distancing itself from me. Another never-ending dawn. How bright is the day, and how long is the night. The golden thread hangs unusually silent today, as if the heavens, earth, and ocean are all holding their breath. Could they be mourning the impending downfall of a titan? Unwinding in a bath sounds appealing now. Would you care to join me?
Let's go, Eggy. When have we ever been able to say no in all these hundreds of years?
What's that sound? Sound who? What? That witch? Who's talking?
Me.
Calm down, calm down. This time, next time. Is that you, Stellaron? Ron, Stella, who? You, I, who am I? Broken, lost, want, complete. Sleep, go sleep, disturb. Should not. Why does things always happen when we're sleeping? Am I dreaming? Feels like there's been a voice talking in my head all night. I should probably mention it to Dan Hung. Be like, we should just never sleep again. Too many things happen. You're finally awake. About time. Time zone, Arathar. Have you been up for a while? Yes, I wake up easily when it's too bright outside. The sky has been like this since we arrived at the Holy City. Did you sleep well? There was a voice in my dream. Again, a voice. The voice of the Stellaron, or... It was pretty cute, unlike the Stellaron. It sounded like an animal, but somehow I could understand it. I couldn't really make it out. It was like it was speaking in riddles. Kind of like an animal, I guess. That sounds a bit contradictory. Keep a note of whatever you can remember. This strange dream might be connected to the rules of this world. While you were asleep, I did some thinking. I believe the most pressing concern is still how the people of Emphorius view what's beyond the sky. Unfortunately, contacting the Express might not be feasible for a while. Yeah, if we try to fly out, we might just be shot down again. Yes, in the worst case, the entrance to Emphorius is a one-way door, letting people in, but not out. There's a new message. He walked away for that? Did you both get a good rest? Well, it was okay. That's not good. Is there any issues with the bath's atmosphere? The room's perfect. I just pushed myself too hard yesterday. Anything you want to discuss? I've got some good news. Teacher Trianan has located Castrum Crimnos. Hurry to the Cryos Heir's bath in the Memorial Palace, and let's get ready to take on Nikador. You can rest for a bit longer. No rush. Take it easy. Just trying to save the world or something. I wasn't expecting the expedition to set off after only a night of rest. Let's set the questions aside for now. The Chrysos heirs are getting ready to mobilize. They didn't let you in? Yeah, well, that's the thing. It was depending on what shot us down. If Aquila shot us down, then it didn't necessarily let us in. If something else shot us down, then I guess it's a one-way street. Oh, hey, there's the chest. So that leaves 3 more, right? 3, technically 4. That door doesn't actually open. Wow, the whole gang's here. Oh my, you have a Silver Wolf. Yeah, she was the first character I pulled for when she was first released.
Hey, great to see you here.
Entrusting our fates to 2 strangers. Is this madness or folly?
First was Black Swan when she was first released. Oh. You're newer.
Maybe both. You should really make more friends, Mighty.
Heroes, your attention, please. Trian has returned with news. For the first time in many years, we have dispersed the fog around Castrum Kremnos and verified its location. The awaited moment has finally arrived for the Chrysos heirs. Our path forward is now clear. Vanquish Nikador, the Violent Lance of Fury, and bring the cool flame of strife back to Akama to fuel the prophesized miracle. This is an arduous mission, and I must heed the voices of all to determine the best candidates for this campaign.
Shouldn't we all go? The more the merrier?
Should you harbor any thoughts, this is the moment to bring them forth.
I, Finan, of Aedes Elysiae, wish to join the crusade against Nikador. Furthermore, I recommend the 2 warriors from foreign lands. They have fought alongside me against Nikador's double, and I have full faith in their bravery.
Guess we have no choice. Are you still not used to it? This is destiny of a trailblazer.
I, Mighty from Castrum Kremnos, volunteer to join.
Yeah, so he is from Nikador's land. They did say defectors. So either he's the defector or the people who stayed with Nikador are the defectors.
Nikador has become corrupted over the years. His pride waning, but his might endures. Victory only lies in assembling a full-fledged army.
So yeah, it's interesting that he's not supposed to get the core flame from Nikador, even though he's from there.
I'm willing to join as well, to help guide departing souls and ease everyone's burdens.
I concur with your opinion. Though his divinity has faded, Nikador remains a formidable adversary. Yet, I cannot jeopardize all of your lives in one single battle. As we speak, the Hand of Shadow remains missing. The Eye of Twilight is still coveting our land, and Circes and Orynyx present significant threats, despite their lack of overt hostility toward humanity.
The Death Titan's missing. That's interesting.
Even with two demigods protecting the Holy City, the risk is too great. Hence,
I guess that makes sense. You can't send everyone because you gotta protect the city.
Castorus, you must remain here. Your place is not on the front lines, and the battlefield is best left to the warriors.
I understand.
She says through clenched teeth.
As for the two foreign warriors, select one to accompany you, Finan. Placing both esteemed guests on the front line would not be proper.
Trying to split us up, are you?
He excels in wielding a range of weapons, and his flaming lance has quelled the enemy's advances multiple times. Mighty and I are both better at offense, so from a tactical standpoint, would you be willing to fight alongside us?
Sure. We could try letting Dan Heng tank. Give him a preservation altar.
If you have no objections. Aglaya, the three of us will take on the mission to hunt down the Titan.
Mydemos, Castrum Kremnos was your home. Your people were once Nikador's followers. Yet, you've chosen to turn to Akima and dedicate yourself to the prophecy.
His full name is Mydemos, okay.
Do you swear, upon Kefali's body, to make this mission of the Chrysos heirs your foremost duty?
When Nikador succumbed to madness, they stopped being a god to my people. I will use my wrath as a human to strip that god of their authority. As for the core flame, and that soon-to-be vacant divine throne, if that is the object you desire, you can have it. I have no interest in becoming a replacement god.
How generous! But I'm not the type to accept charity, so I'll definitely be the one who deals the final blow through Nikador's heart.
I thought specific people were chosen to replace a specific Titan, but I guess based on that, anyone could take it. Which makes me more suspicious of Finan. Like, why does he want Nikador so much? Like, I figured he was just the one who was supposed to, by prophecy.
The party that will embark on the expedition to Castrum Kremnos is decided. Finan from Ides Elysiae, Mighty from Castrum Kremnos, and the distinguished guest from the Outlands. I, Aglaia from Akima, Chrysos heir and the demigod who bears Nestia's divine authority, hereby bless your journey ahead. Trian will open the gate that will lead you to Castrum Kremnos. May the golden thread guide you on your journey and bring you safely home.
Speak with Tran to get ready to go to Castrum Kremnos. Where'd the other two go?
It is by the will of the gods that you stood on Akima's side in the end.
No thanks to you. Thought you didn't trust us.
You are Finan and Mighty's companion. So long as they're willing to entrust you with their lives, my trust in you doesn't matter. Go. Stand with the two Chrysos heirs. Akima has need of a true god of war. It's time for the mad god Nikador's reign to end.
Please, come back victorious. I'll pray for you. May your steps be ever quicker than death's relentless pursuit.
I plan to stay here for a while and learn about Amphorius from Lady Tribby. You'll handle the action and I'll deal with the research. We each have a role to play. Shall we have a goodbye hug? Den Hung refuses your proposal with silence. Damn. Alright.
Blow, wind, blow! All the way to Castrum Kremnos! Woohoo! Snowy, D, let's fly together! All the way across!
We don't have wings on our backs, Trian. Can you open a gate for us?
Oh, a gate! Oh, boring. Alright, let's open a gate! Century Gate! Woo!
Why does she act like a child?
It's true, Trian is very playful, but she's the best gatekeeper in Amphorius. Her Century Gate never fails.
There's a chance of failure?
Instead of worrying about gates, why don't you take the time to think about how the three of us are supposed to fend off an entire army?
With courage, didn't you hear?
That's not like you at all, Mighty. Don't tell me you're scared.
Alright, Century Gate is opening soon. Right now! Snowy, D, and newbie Little Gray, are you all ready?
Let's slay a god.
Slay! Slay!
Take this with you. He gives you March 7th's camera. Make sure to take a picture of his corpse. Record the sights you see on your adventure for March. Wait for my triumphant return. Keep yourself safe and work within your capabilities.
Stand still and listen up.
I like how she said it was going to open right now, but it actually hasn't opened yet.
We, Tribi, Trian, and Trinan from Yanisopolis, messengers of the Chrysos heirs and the demigods who bear Yanis's divine authority, give unto you our blessings. May fate show you benevolence and seal away all paths that lead to dead ends, and throw open all gates that lead to victory.
It's quieter than I expected.
It was also less dramatic.
It's corrupted, but still familiar. This is Castrum Kremnos.
Times really have changed. Even Nikedor's own lands are on the verge of collapse. I haven't seen any sign of Titankin.
If even half of Castrum Kremnos' old might remains, it would mean that Aglaya sent us to our deaths. This is the outer city corridor. It used to be heavily guarded by soldiers. Even with the two of us working together, we wouldn't have made it past 30 steps.
But what about the three of us? Yeah, what if you count me in?
Think whatever you want.
Yeah, Kremnos used to be the place every warrior longed for. Kind of a shame you didn't live in that era full of strong warriors, eh, Mighty? If all the heroes of the past hadn't fallen one after another, I wouldn't be the only worthy opponent you have left.
Are you scared? It's still not too late to run.
No, I'm just thinking about the warriors who also braved this very corridor in the past. They all ventured towards the city of the Lance of Fury, all just to set their names in gold. The fortress may be in ruins now, but what we're about to do is no different from what they were striving for back then. Let's go. We'll take back the core flame of strife, or die in Kremnos. Those are the only two paths to glory we can choose from. How does it feel to be home again after so long?
Not here. I lived in the inner city.
Oh, as befitting of the Crown Prince of Kremnos.
Oh, royalty. I saw this flashing in the background. A new book. A stairway that extends upwards all the way into the depths of the ruins. Maybe it's not really necessary to go that far.
Trian, the road ahead is dangerous. You should stay here and find a safe place to hide. We'll return once we complete our mission. Then we'll have to trouble you to use the Sentry Gate again, alright?
Got it. Hide so the baddies can't find me.
Is she really a demigod? She looks and acts just like a child.
Trian has sacrificed a lot for Amphorius.
Sacrifice her age and height? Is that? Oh, she hid really well.
By the way, aren't you going to tell him any stories about Castrum Kremnos? Aren't you worried I'll tell him all the historical myths you despise?
I'd like to see you try.
It's exhausting talking to you sometimes.
Tell me this one.
Castrum Kremnos has been Nikedor's territory since ancient times. It's a massive, moving fortress that surrounds the Titan, built by their followers. In the age before the Lance of Fury fell from grace, Castrum Kremnos would follow the lands into battle after battle. It's a city that enforces strict discipline and reveres military might. Compared to that, the customs of my home feel very unsophisticated.
Oh, warm bonfire, spread your raging flames and dispel all the darkness. Yo ho ho, travel adventurer. You've come a long way already. Let's rest beside the campfire and take off again later. We're finding rhinoceros beetles this time. A support unit that's supposed to hover in midair has been run out of power.
Firefly Type 4, activate! Join the battle. Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Set the seas ablaze!
That was a giant sword. Sweet summer bug cannot recall snow.
There. Once we pass through that gate, we'll be in the Acropolis.
We'll finally see some soldiers roaming about.
They're minions who succumbed to depravity. Smashing them to pieces would be the greatest mercy.
Cause the nymph to be hit by a memory-laden object. How did I cause that? It didn't do anything.
It seems enemies aren't the only things stopping us. This bridge has fallen into disrepair. I suppose even Kremnoan craftsmanship can be unreliable sometimes.
Sorry to disappoint, but the outer city was built by convicts.
No wonder it's so fragile. Maybe these people were taking their grievances out on you.
Doesn't matter. There's no shame in resistance here, whether it's from an adversary or a convict on death row.
Except now, it's stopping the people trying to kill Nikador. It's moments like this that make me miss Treeby's power.
Luckily for you, I'm an expert.
Oh, Treeby taught you how? I have to say that the ability to perform miracles is innate. Without a priest's resonance, an ordinary person would fall into a coma after chanting the first few words of the prayer. But since you volunteered, please be my guest.
Ornyx's prayer can be used to temporarily rewind and collapsed floating bridge. The rewinding floating bridge can only be crossed once before it collapses again. Additionally, the bridge is powered by crystals below it, and impacting the crystal will cause the bridge to collapse. Each bridge may have a unique means to collapse. When a trailblazer themselves is standing on top of an unstable bridge, they will not be able to activate the prayer to rewind the bridge. Interesting.
Amazing! You do have the touch.
I've got the power.
And it's broken again. I guess even a Titan's power isn't enough to stabilize this bridge.
Just like the soul of a criminal. Fragile.
Oh boy, puzzle. Yanis the Endless told me through a dream that there is nothing else that comes thereafter. Just true that, how about we explore that area ahead of us later? Well, this looks just like the one we did before.
danger detected, but never let your guard down.
Making sure there's not like a chest over there? I don't think so. See that? No matter how great the mountains, I can crack it open with a single flicker. Despite the heavy price I had to pay.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Look, the gate opened.
Genius. We never would have known if you hadn't said anything.
Let's go. We can take a detour from the broken bridge.
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let's improvise.
I will claim victory. Fight to live!
That's what you got? Price like my friends? Indulge yourselves!
Time for a fun.
In the mood for another?
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Can I have fun this time? Every victory is hard won. No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
I keep playing back in my head my master's warning. The door to the other shore will only open once the ground beneath you turns from red to blue. My mission should be complete now, right?
Look! In the sky! That's...
The Blade of Fury. Even if the world lay shattered, it would still hang high above everyone's head.
Oh, there's Kefali. I guess the sun thing is not that bright. Or it dims. I don't know how it works. A fearless and reckless blade that won every battle for its wielder and bestowed its name upon many heroes. But the blade that now hangs about the head of mortals tortures their souls with your insanity. Fall! Let the somber and wronged spirits return to the land once again.
It's... magnificent.
You haven't seen it at its most magnificent. That's the giant sword Nikidor used to destroy Aquila's heavenly kingdom long ago, followed by one city-state after another. It's not just a weapon. It's the faith of the Kremnoan people. Souls who died heroically on the battlefield will further temper the blade in Nikidor's hand, becoming a part of the God King's power. Such is the Titan's conquest. Nikidor, the Titankin, And the people who have faith in strife sweep away all their enemies. Even in death, they embrace eternal glory.
I think you're exaggerating a little. I can think of at least 3 losses suffered by Castrum Kremnos in the Chrysos War just off the top of my head.
There's no shame in losing to those who conspire and plot in secret. Those weak and despicable individuals are the ones who should be ashamed.
True. Better to die in battle than return even in glory. The Kremnoan people have always been straightforward. They spend their whole lives running to the battlefield. No wonder Zagreus loves teasing you. But that's all in the past. Guess what I'm thinking, Mighty?
Probably nothing good.
This isn't just an expedition. It's
Keep it simple.
also a battle to determine a victor. Since we're already here, why don't we have a match and fight to our heart's content? Just you and me. Let's recreate the original Kremnos festival. Show me what the grandest fighting competition in Castrum Kremnos was like. Let's gild this expedition with another layer of glory, and compete to see who can kill the most crazed Titankin. How about it?
What's the prize?
The privilege of delivering the final blow to Nikedor.
Interesting. I accept your challenge.
Am I the referee, or?
I know, Mighty. He prefers to fight alone. There are 2 paths ahead. You and I will take the same one. We won't compete on who's fastest, but on the number of trophies. So we'll each be responsible for our own tally. Don't worry. I won't add his kills to my own count.
Doesn't matter to me, even if you do. You don't know the lay of the land. So I'll give you a 10-step head start.
He already thinks he's won. But I won't decline the offer either. Let's get going.
Why are you still standing there?
Returning the favor. 10 steps are too many. You can have one back.
Enter the hidden passage. Guess there's 2 directions we can go, but which way? I don't know.
Made it. Hopefully the enemies on this side are worthy of our combined might.
It's interesting to see like a big like fortress city thing based on Greco-Roman though. This wall carving here doesn't even have a nose. Don't tell me the poor guy has to hold his breath the whole time. Guess my hand is forced. I'll take over things from here. Absolutely no time for slacking off. Collected Kremnos Crest. Defeat Titan cities. Oh, they actually want us to kill guys. Okay.
Finally. Opponents who
Well,
look
I
like
just
they can
wasted
put up a
my
fight.
technique there.
Let's go. We're going to win this competition.
Join the battle.
Rip.
I'm so everything burns to ashes! This is more than a battle.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
Step up, let's see ya. Nice. Rice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves! Still the same one. Their confidence.
Time for a bone. This is double speed. I will claim victory for my set to the sea complete! Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
That's all you got? Time to mix things up.
Great teamwork. Little catch up.
No.
Time for a bone. I will claim victory for my set to the sea complete!
Take your positions. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
That's all you got? Rice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Can I have fun this time? Time for a bone.
Initiate cleanup.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
You and Finon defeated 4 Titankins together, and you collected Crimnos crests from their bodies.
2 down. Not a bad start.
Not great at math, are you?
We fought them together, so naturally I can only take half the credit. That's what I call fair play.
Why go on separate paths? Isn't it more dangerous to split up?
Don't worry, Mighty is strong, and so am I. Did you see the look in his eyes? He's racked by homesickness, and doesn't want to show it to anyone else. Nothing is more important to Mighty than his people and glory. The city may be in ruins, but Kremnos is still the only place where he can be free. Now that we've sent him away, he can go have a good cry wherever he wants.
So you really two are close, huh?
He's both my friend and my foe. It's always been this way. Working with him always brings out my competitive side.
Why are you just standing there? Giving up already?
What do you know? We're talking strategy here. Let's go. The competition might not be the real goal, but I still really hate losing.
A real tough guy doesn't listen to lies and gossip, and he was even less time for beating around the bush. Just carve out your own way, I say. However, the Spirit Lord's craftsman really gets to use the good stuff. My head's buzzing loud.
Whoa. That's impressive. Following an iron chain onto the path leading to the giant sword on the other side? This is more like it!
Yep, there's a lot of lightning. Oh, hi, Monday. The Cremoan follows you with his eagle-sharp gaze. You're sure he can keep his eye open day and night without blinking.
Huh? When did you get over there?
I told you before you don't know the lay of the land in this city. That's why you won't beat me. And just so you know, I'm at 6.
Wow! Seems like luck is on your side. Our path was a little lax on security. Not to worry, though. I'll catch up once we cross this iron chain bridge.
Assuming you can get across. Do you see the lightning bolt striking the chain?
Yes.
It doesn't look like ordinary lightning, which means mindlessly running across would spell certain death. There happens to be a prophecy tablet here, though. Let's go take a look. Maybe it'll help us.
A prophecy tablet. So is this where the prophecy came from? The prophecy tablet is a creation of Orynyx. Solving the puzzle will make the prophecy come true. Combine the fragments in the operation area to match the pattern on the left and align with the base image in the operation area. The overlapping parts of the fragment will disappear. But if you overlay the fragments again, they will reappear. If the puzzle remains unsolved for a period of time, assistance from the tablet itself can be sought. Click Hint button if you need a hint. They said they need a miracle? Or it came from a miracle? Well, yeah, but like, who made the miracle? So this is kind of like, yeah, I see how it works, okay. That's an interesting take on this sort of puzzle.
Deactivated.
Weather forecast.
Great. Should be smooth sailing from here.
How's it going? Oh, you look stumped. I'll be going on ahead, though.
Mere lightning won't stop a warrior cast from Kremnos.
It might.
Whoa! You're nimbler than I thought.
Worry about yourself. There's an endless abyss below us.
Wow, he's fast.
That's more like it.
You practically have 9 lives, and on top of that, you're lucky. I'm almost jealous.
That was a close one. Thankfully, we both have a remarkable sense of balance.
That was cool. Having like a character running like that and then the environment breaking like that. Outside of a cutscene. Crazy. Pass through the suspended chains.
So, this is a lounge. It feels out of place. Maybe this is where all the warriors in the past took their breaks during competitions.
And books. An introduction to military. Multiple books. Excuse me. Why can't I collect this book?
This is a proverb slate. It doesn't look like the rest of the things that were left behind. It looks kind of new, in fact. Who would have left this here? I can't read the runes either. Must be written in an ancient language of Castrum Kremnos.
Don't you all speak my language? It's time to use the synesthesia beacon. Yeah, also that exists, so.
What does that mean? Alright, give it a go.
I guess that would explain why we can understand them. Maybe Synesthesia Beacon, but yeah, I forgot about that. We have the Synesthesia Beacon, but I don't know if it affects the planet if it's like out of range or not. I don't know. Oh, it did not work on here though. I overestimated myself.
Don't worry. We have an expert next door. We can show it to Mighty when we group back up. Though that does remind me. I've been wondering how you can understand the language and writing we use in Amphorius when you're from beyond the sky.
Great question. We haven't figured that out either.
Did Amphorius have more dealings with worlds beyond the sky than we thought? But nothing like this was ever recorded in our historical materials.
It doesn't mean we'd understand each other, especially since language evolves. And you guys have been isolated for who knows how long.
Maybe your arrival will overturn many things we thought we knew.
Unless, of course, again, this is like the origin planet of the entire universe, and so they're speaking actually the original language. This mannequin is covered in dimmed patterns. It has obviously been left here for a long time. Restarting. Without the pull of the golden thread, the mannequin sputters incomprehensible phrases. The voices sound a bit like Aglaya, but there's also a subtle difference, as if the overcopied version of Clocky Season 1. Galactic Nymph, continue, must. The mannequin falls silent once more. However, the radiance of its surface didn't dissipate. Perhaps he managed to fix it.
Just regular old bits and pieces. Nothing that stands out. There's a thick layer of dust. Guess no one's been here for a long time. They must have been left behind by Mighty's people when they departed.
Who are his people exactly?
You've likely seen them in Akima, but it's hard to tell just by appearance. They look the same as anyone else, they just have traditions that are slightly different from ours.
You might say they're a different culture. Crazy.
It's a gadget that records your voice. People don't like this sort of thing nowadays. Why don't you hold on to it? It makes a sound when you shake it. Should make for an interesting collectible.
People don't like those sort of
Give you
things
something
nowadays.
to show for your trip, in addition to the photos.
Divine Echo, Strife, Lance of Fury, Nikador, blades and lances are sound out loud, and their bloodlust will never die. The peace that they protect lays beneath the horrific mountains of corpses and rivers of blood.
Well, we've turned over every nook and cranny. It's time to move on.
Okay, actually, no, we have a lot more to go through. Never mind.
Creature doing? Is it trying to stop us?
Oh my gosh.
Killed its own comrade. They truly have no honor to
Why would it do that? The ball holder statue's base can be destroyed by attacks, causing the ball to roll in the direction the statue faces, breaking obstacles along its path, and pushing open slightly ajar doors. Prayers can be used to rewind the ball.
Speak of.
I like how we got an achievement for that, even though we didn't do anything. Use memory-laden objects to defeat enemies on the map. Yeah, but we didn't do that.
The road ahead is blocked by the Iron Ball. Can you call upon Orynyx's miracle again?
Yes, but we shouldn't because it's probably going to knock it back down. So we should kill him first. Travelers from afar always find themselves moving at ease when they think they are safe harbor awaiting them, right? But the place I'm slumming at doesn't even have a front door. I'm not sure. And it sure ain't warm at all.
What did I tell you? I get especially lucky when I'm with you. This instrument stabilizes the connection between priests and the three titans of fate. Give it a try.
What? Are there any side effects?
Relax. If something should happen to you, I'll be sure to pass on your last words to Dan Heng, my friend.
Thanks.
Don't worry. You'll be just fine.
Interactions with Orynyx's shrine summons the realm of ages. Within this realm, the color of energy ripples on memory-laden objects, indicating that the Trailblazer's rewind ability is now unrestricted. Within the realm, a single click is sufficient to continuously complete the entire rewinding process with no 3-second time limit. Additionally, pressing the rewind button again during rewinding on the same target will temporarily interrupt the process. You can evaluate whether the realm has been activated by looking out for the presence of floating balls of light. The realm will dissipate when you are a certain distance away from the shrine. Alright, so I think it wanted us to try to rewind the ball and then it wouldn't work, and so we had to go up here. But I figured the guy would just push the ball down again, so that's why I came up here, to kill the guy.
Firefly Type 4. Activate!
But I guess that wasn't the problem.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Or maybe both are true.
Get messed up? Dreams do come true. The mood is set, just let the show begin!
You took the bait. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Set the scene complete! Every victory is hard won.
So, for, you know, story's sake, we'll do this. Oh no, we can only rewind it 3 seconds.
No, that's not going to work.
It's because I'm too weak.
It's not your fault. Castrum Kremnos is Nikador's territory, after all. The environment is cutting off your ability to resonate with Orynyx. In principle, there should be an instrument used by time priests somewhere in this fortress. Ah, there it is.
Ironic we did the puzzle of time in the wrong order.
Not bad. Something feels different about you already. Why don't you give it another go?
That's it! Nice work!
Firefly Type 4. Activate! Attack!
Oh.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise!
Nice, like a good... My friends? Indulge yourselves!
More enemy. Time for a buzz. Firefly set the scene complete! Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
From the sound of things, we're about to lose if we don't step it up.
Oh, whoa, what is that?
Join the battle.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true. The mood is set, just let the show begin!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. I will claim set to the seas of flame! Every victory is hard won.
The black tide has swallowed this entire area. Look for nearby Titan marks to purify it. This is the black tide? Oh, right. Okay, hold on a second. This is what the black tide looks like? A weird digital corruption thing, and the nymphs, and when we talk to them, turn into ASCII emojis? What's going on here? Is this place a simulation? Like, is this whole planet just a simulation? Weird. Okay, that's a really weird idea. Yep. Yeah, okay. So he's okay. I realized last time, and yeah, I'm just confirming it now. The shadows only moves the first 5, and then it'll stop. So you want it to reach the 5th move on the puzzle. So we probably want to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And then it'll stop moving.
No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
Wants us to go over there, though?
Careful. We're getting very close
I
to the
went
Blade of
backwards,
Fury.
that's why. Oh yeah, that's the blade right there. Huh. There's still more to do.
Firefly Type 4. Activate. Join the battle. Attack.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
In the mood for another beating? Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Every victory is hard won.
Yeah, and before this is all a simulation and the gods are actually just AI or something. Hello there.
This is the center, all right. That's a sizable formation.
Now's the chance to take the lead.
My thoughts exactly. You have the heart of a fighter, my friend. If the records are correct, directly beneath the Blade of Fury lies the world-renowned Kremnos Arena. The path before us leads either to glory or to death. Of course, glory is ours, and death is theirs.
Approaching now are the duo of gladiators whose names strike terror in all who hear them. The one, the only Dark Swordmaster, Einan!
And the Galactic Baseballer. Dark Swordmaster?
Until everything burns to ashes!
Strange title, why not?
Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let
A
the
little
show
suspicious,
begin.
perhaps.
Set the seas aflame!
That's what you got.
More enemies. Time for a buzz. I will claim victory. Fight to land!
Ooh, what a savage hit! The baseballer shows no mercy to their enemies. Can you hear that? The crowd's roaring in approval.
Set the seas aflame!
This requires a
Did the
bit of
rhythm get messed up?
imagination.
Dreams do come true.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Time for a buzz.
I like that confidence.
Firefly Type 4. Fight to land! Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Marvelous teamwork! These two gladiators!
These delusions of yours are seriously getting on my nerves.
But also contend with the noise from outside the arena. How unfortunate.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Maybe he's just really choony. That's why he's the Dark Swordmaster.
Let's improvise.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves! It ain't over.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
Step up, let's see ya.
Until everything burns to ashes! This is more than a battle. Set the seas aflame!
Dreams do come true. The mood is
More
set.
enemies.
Let the show begin.
Time for a buzz.
In the mood for another beating? Nice like a good brute, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
can get messed up. Let's improvise.
Set the scene away!
With their exceptional strength and perfect teamwork, these two gladiators have bested every opponent!
But the glory they've been striving for has not come as anticipated.
How disappointing. No sign of the Titan at all. Is Nikador hiding somewhere?
They're most likely in the soul forging zone. The path is right behind you.
Thanks! What about you?
I'll take the other path. It's crawling with parasites.
You've definitely had the upper hand in this competition.
Shall we go? Well, it's not every day you see a view like this. Go ahead and capture it with the photo stone.
All right.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
The inscriptions etched in this blade of fury still pulse with the divinity that the Spear Lord injected into it. I can feel it. Yes, I feel it. I feel it. Okay, fine. It was just my imagination. The horn of martialism has not been sounded since... Since the Mad King's spirit scattered. The throne has not seen a change of hands for a long time, and the land of Bloodlust awaits its new ruler. A faint murmur rides the wind, a whisper of ancient history, the elegy of God, and the rumble of strife.
So, that friend of yours, her name is March.
That's right. Wait. Did we mention her before? Hold on, did you just slip up, sir? I don't remember if we did or not.
You guys mentioned her name in the Vortex of Genesis earlier.
If you say
I must
so.
say, her name is pretty unconventional, wouldn't you agree?
If you say so.
You must really value your friendship with her to go through all this effort to document the journey for her.
Her name's unconventional. Do you guys have the concept of March? She was supposed to be here, but she's not feeling well.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Honestly, seeing how you both look out for your friend has furthered my trust in you. A person's true character often comes to light in their friendships. Most of what my teacher taught me has slipped away, but this sentence is still vivid in my memory. Especially in these tumultuous times, friends who you can trust completely are a rare and precious find. Let's keep going. We can't let Mighty Mouse get too full of himself. The prophecy tablet might be able to unlock that closed gate.
Maybe I should go back and check to see if we actually did mention it.
There, all done. Let's move on.
I need some more technique points.
The According to Mighty, we need to go deeper into Castrum Kremnos. It's that way. But there's another exit here. I wonder where it leads. Maybe we can use the iron ball to smash through the roadblock. Hopefully it leads to Castrum Kremnos' treasure vault. Otherwise it might not be worth the effort. There's one upstairs. Maybe we can figure out a way to get it down. Choose any path you like. It's entirely up to you.
Well, I guess not any path. This one's blocked off.
Please stay tuned.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Apparently this game is a favorite of Castrum Kremnos' locals to maintain strict military rigor. When a formation changes a 5... There's no logs on this one? What? Oh my gosh. Well, the 5 something happens. Is that really possible though? I seriously doubt it. Why is there no logs on that for that conversation? Why are they so big now? A lot more. Oh yeah, so the Castrum is in Evernight, so the Dawn and Evernight. Well, we'll end there. I'm so suspicious of all these characters. We've been betrayed so many times. Made me paranoid. So many different characters. I'm gonna check though. Did we mention March in the Genesis area? Presumably it would have been after Finon showed up. It was a big conversation though, so. Probably when taking the photo. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna start, if I could get to start a conversation after the interrogation. Although then we read all this stuff. Yeah, I'll jump to the photo. That's probably the best spot. and then that guy messaged me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so he's like, did you hear the constellations? And we're like, yeah, we heard them. Then we asked questions about the Kairos heirs. Oh, you know what? Afterwards, we talked to Don Hung. Maybe he overheard us talking to Don Hung. Maybe he was eavesdropping. Okay, yeah. So one of our our dialogue options is we've got to take a picture of this place for March 7th. So technically, assuming we actually spoke that out loud, and we actually like said that, we would have said her name. But there was also the option to say something else that didn't have her name in it. But the dialogue options are only semi-canon, really. So I guess he's not as suspicious right now. For now. He wins this time. Alrighty. We will be back with this, with Honkai, I believe, Tuesday, probably. At the earliest, but Wednesday at the latest. Something along those lines. However, I will make sure starting next week will also be the next the new video series for the new books. So keep an eye out on that. I have ideas for it. After much demand of people being like, you should really include where they are in the video. I'm like, okay, fine, I will. That will be a thing now. Hence why I'm actually keeping track of where I found all of them this time. Other than that, thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.